video. I was not expecting this, but people will do you like that. So, katu chonjo. And we can only speak like this because I've healed. And I felt like if I posted it at the time it happened, and I would just have spiraled. But I said, let me heal. Let me be in a position where I don't care anymore. And so the guys sitting beside me, everyone's wondering why they did nothing. They were strangers. These guys were ganging up on me. When we had an argument, they were overpowering me. No one was listening to my side. Everyone was just shouting at me. Unaweza shout na huko, wacha ni relax, buddy. So I went to sit alone. These two strangers came and they were like, Ronoh, what's going on? Why are those guys shouting at you, Nini? As I was explaining to them is when they attacked me. But these two strangers, see, I think they're angels because they basically watched. And this is why I don't drink anymore, because we had gone out with them that day. And they put me on the floor, and the perpetrators gave my phone to these strangers, and the strangers just up and left. So I was on the ground. The manager came and he put me in the seat. Kanembea lala kidogo, and he was able to get me home. He helped me get an Uber home. He literally helped me see the CCTV. I had to get an OB number. I went for assault case. I went through the police. Don't think I'm just at you. I went to the police, but they were able to. The system is broken, so they were able to bribe those guys, and so the police literally changed and became on their side. So the reason I even posted it is because I never got justice. I spoke with so many lawyers. Even I talked to Wamai. Shout out to Wamai. I talked to so many lawyers, and just the system is broken. I couldn't do anything. The police had already chosen their side. They wanted to take my fingerprints as well. I was like, well, and what's crazy is after taking my phone, they had the guts to call me after I replaced my SIM, and they told me, we have your phone, your friends and you are having an altercation, so we have your phone. So I went with a cop to go pick up the phone, and they had the audacity to be like, so are you gonna pay us? But you guys, I don't want you to feel bad for me. Like, I'm really okay, and I've learned something. Like, even in the midst of that demonic situation, people are still nice. Like, the manager was just an angel. He was so kind. He's not even like obligated to do what he did for me, and he did. And till this day, he's my friend, And I think, as much as it was a terrible situation, I learned that there's always angels even in the darkness, and not everyone is bad. But kachonjo. I think also the justice system is really fucked up, because I kept going. At first, I kept going back, and they weren't taking my case seriously. I went back for like twice, 2 days. No one was taking my stuff seriously. Nazungusha tu naenda TV. So eventually, I was like, okay, I have to use people I know. So then I called my mom, and we were able to call at least someone who can help. And I think that's what really angered the police in charge. He's like, why would you call my hierarchy? Why would you call people above me? So he just changed the story and said, I was also their friend. Unajua hao ni marafiki wanakosana. And he said he'll take our fingerprints and say all of us were being rowdy. And I just said, unajua, it's never that serious. Let me let it go. But you will be known. Let me tell you guys, when I tell you there's nothing worth losing your mind over, today I was fortunate enough to visit the city mortuary. And you know how Shira 7 is always like, she used to work at the mortuary, that's why she lives her life to the fullest. And I finally understood what she meant. There's nothing on this earth or someone on this earth that should ever make you feel like life is not worth living to your fullest. And this is coming from someone who was like in abusive relationships too. So live and live your life, guys. Literally live your life. Like, being scared is such a waste of time. Overthinking is such a waste of time. Baby, this life is yours. And you get to make it however you like. You can make it look however you like. If there's anyone limiting you or something limiting you, cut that thing off. And baby, live. Buy the things you want. Go after the things you want. Start asking for the opportunities you want. You are responsible for your happiness. Only you. And I'm not saying like it's easy peasy and you just wake up and everything is dandy. It's gonna be hard, but keep choosing yourself over and over. It's come to my attention that the video I did on dating down, a lot of men are confused by, what do you mean by dating down? The answer could be in the room. Could be in the room. But what I mean is, a lot of men think money is enough. And women have let men be mediocre by just being financially equipped. When it comes to partnership, I think there's more to just finances, as much as it's very important. Please don't fall in love with struggle love. I'm begging y'all. But also ensure that this person has empathy, compassion, emotional intelligence, has the ability to observe before reacting. How does he treat you when he's angry? patience, goals, approach to life, mannerisms. Money can only go so far. Money can put you in the field, but it can't keep you in the harvest. And I've also understood why people are so hard on women. Let me clock it. Because people have allowed men to be incompetent. And what I mean is, every time a man can't express himself, or when he's going through depression, it's, he doesn't know how to go through what he's going through. He doesn't know how to respond. That's why he shut up at school, because his daddy's left. But when it comes to women, she has to be strong and have already known emotional intelligence. You should have been able to control that. And that's what I mean. We see men as more human than women. And that's why you see women in this age being torn down over the most minute things. Have you ever seen when a mother has been overwhelmed by a child and neglected a child? And I'm not saying that's right, take care of your children. What I'm saying is, you'll see death threats and people be calling her a murderer and a killer. But when it's a man, it's like, yo, that's not your child, you can move on, you can go live another life. If anything, men are supporting him like, yo, go live your best life, bro. You must perish. You must perish. But anyway, you guys already hate yourself, so you do the work for yourselves. Clock it! And that's why I'm urging women to just be your sister's keeper, guys. These men are not gonna look out for you. They're gonna call you killers when you're overwhelmed by life. The only people who are gonna have your back is your fellow women. So stop bashing them. Stop holding them to standards that you don't even hold yourself. If anything, we need to be building more communities for the woman. And what's crazy is the things that you guys be saying over adult men. Like he has this mother wound. Babe, you have the mother wound. Do you go bleeding on everybody? Didn't you take it as your responsibility to heal? And even though it hurts you to this day, do you go butchering kids? I need you guys to really lock in, to really see the bigger picture. And if anything, all of us didn't know how to do these things. We all taught ourselves, or we were taught. And we took the initiative to learn. We're not perfect. But this excuse of letting men to be mediocre and absent fathers and abusers and violent men, all in the name of he doesn't know, it's wasted, it's done. And if we could all just hold them to higher standards, they'd have no other option but to align. It's like, okay, you went through these things, but how are you working through them? Your childhood wounds, okay, what emotional work are you doing with a therapist? What communities are you creating within men to hold space for your sadness and your guilt? This thing of using women as rehabilitation centers, I'm done. Count me out. Bro, I'm here to live and thrive and love. I don't need that. I don't know, guys. I just came to accept that sina nyota mapenzi. Nayo. This is coming from a woman with a lot of female wounds. Before I had understood or forgave my mother, I carried it a lot. I was the girl that was never picked and bullied by the girls who were popular or were picked. Growing up, whenever I experienced hostility from women, I took it so personally. And sometimes I was also the perpetrator. But I've learned something through my healing journey. Guys, we need to heal our female wounds. We are so powerful when we come together, guys. Beyonce didn't sing "We Run the World" for nothing. And if anything, the patriarchy benefits from the enmity of women. You are no better than the next woman. She might not have your background, she might not have your education, but you both have a vagina. And you both possess a portal to the spiritual realm. I don't care if that woman is his baby mama or his wife, you don't talk down on that woman. He's banking on your insecurity to feed his ego. He's banking on the two of you hating each other for his ego to prevail. And as much as the story for me was women had me, women also supported me. Women are the reason I create content. Women are the reason I never gave up on myself. My mom has picked me up from places and wiped my tears from situations I can't even explain. I'm gonna cry because, whoa! Women have spoken life into me. I'm talking about DMing me saying, I see you and I love you. And I don't know how the women in your life have hurt you, but I want you to heal. I want you to heal and align with the women of your tribe. If we can all acquire consciousness, imagine the things we can do. See the way men stand for each other, even when the guy has done horrendous acts. A man has raped, killed, stabbed. They say, what did the woman do to offend him? On the contrary, watch the Amber Heard and Blake Lively outcomes. Women are bashing their own women. This is really emotional. Bashing their own kind for the validation of the male patriarchy. And I'm not saying those women are right. I'm saying we need to have each other's backs. If we can unlearn that we derive value from the male validation, baby girl, God did not create you to build a man's dream. That might be the story for so many years, but it's 2025, we need to wake up. And I'm not saying we don't need men. This is a place where we need each other. But you do not need to suffer through toxicity for an ending that you're not even sure about. You do not need to sit through mistreatment in the name of waiting for this man to see your value. If I'm being honest, the reason the mistreatment even continues is because this man sees you don't see your own value. So in the hopes of him seeing you, he can see you don't even see yourself. These days when I see women in big cars and big positions, my balls are hard, guys. I don't know. This is what I'm talking about. If you observe the way women are great managers within the workspace, Say what you want about Diana Marua, but that woman is a nurturer. There's a song by Dave Santana that says, give a woman a brick and expect a home. Literally a whole house from just a little man. Because we are natural nurturers. There's so much power within us that we have been blinded to see. And I want us to single-handedly open our eyes. It's the day and the hour to awaken. I'm so emotional. I'm even crying. I want you to go to every female friendship or every female relationship you have that you know is valuable and fix that stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, we still have some women that need, but they've not seen the light. But when you align with the ones that do, they will observe and say, wait, am I doing something wrong? Another thing, please don't think a woman is better than you or that you're better than another woman. Any woman in the car you desire, with the man you desire, in the lifestyle you desire, is equally possible for you. And if anything, applaud her, clap for her, support that woman. Because if she wins, then you win. Guys, observe how the men came for Caliph Cairo. Some of them were saying, guys, don't kick a man when he's down, don't kick a man when he's down. When Annie was going through what she was going through, how many people said don't kick her when she's down? And I'm a victim of also creating content on her story, but now we need to hold her hand. I want us to understand the impact we have within our lives. You don't have to move nations. You don't have to be Beyonce. If you can change the environment in which you're in, baby, you're changing the world. And every woman on this planet has value. I don't care who has mistreated you. I don't care what you've believed about yourself. And learn that stuff today. And baby, if you keep finding yourself in the same pattern over and over, this man doesn't see you, the next man abuses you, this is the income you're making, this is the income you're making. Baby, the world is asking you to go within. Every time something external is constantly in your face like this, doing for you like this, it means open your eyes. It means change within. Nothing around you will ever change, let me tell you. Everything starts from the self. The reason wealthy people stay wealthy is because whenever things are crashing outside of them, they don't change internally. They don't believe, say, oh my God, now everything's gonna crumble. They fix whatever is happening within themselves for the outcome to change. Baby, if this is the year that you learn how to meditate and there's no correct way of doing anything. If that means singing, if that means washing your clothes, bending over and washing your clothes and humming, baby, that's meditation. Let this be the year that you become the woman you are destined to be. Let this be the year in which you heal that feminine wound. Let this be the year in which you create communities within women. Do you know how many women are in abusive relationships just because they didn't have community? Just because they didn't have female reference? It is so easy to be around a loser when you have no one else as a point of reference. Love yourself and everything else will flow from this. Let this be the year you accept yourself, you love yourself, you forgive yourself. Let this be the year you pick up another woman. All that energy you're putting into supporting the patriarchy, all that energy you're listening to Pastor Nganga with, use that energy to continue Cleopatra's existence. Thank you. Let this be the year of class consciousness. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and ladies, I love you. I love you real bad. And I love each and every one of you.